Bust it.
Hello and thanks for staying with us. Welcome to Political Platform. My name is Amecha Nabweze. Monday morning, a lot happening. There is a battle over members of the Reform APC, a late-minute push by the president and the APC to reconcile them and prevent them from leaving the party. The APC and the president appear to be heeding our advice. Who said those advising the president to call their bluff and describe their threat to leave the party as good riddance to bad rubbish is not probably coming out with wise counsel. Democracy is a game of numbers, and the more you have, the better for you. And the APC and the presidency appear to have realized it belatedly, but they are pushing strongly to ask them to stay behind. The president was forced to meet with Senate President Bukola Saraki personally. The APC chairman has also been meeting with chieftains and stalwarts of the party, especially the governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom. The PDP is not resting on its laurels. It is also pushing, holding meetings, dangling carrots, trying to out-negotiate the APC in that regard. A meeting of the organs of the parties, the National Executive Committee, National Caucus of the PDP will be meeting today, and one of the items before them is a possibility of the change of the name of PDP. It was one of the key demands of the RAPC members that the PDP change its name before they fully integrate themselves with the PDP. So it appears concessions are coming from the PDP and from the APC, or for members of the RAPC, the new bride of Nigerian politics. The contest is getting more interesting with the both parties throwing their brickbats at each other. RAPC's spokesperson Kasim Afebwa says the move by the APC is coming a little too late, that they have made up their mind. Very interesting times in Nigeria. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar declared in Yola for the presidency, seeking to pick the PDP's ticket on Saturday, with some members of the House of Assembly and some commissioners of APC stock crossing over to the PDP in that regard. And in Osun State, September 22 is the governorship date. The leading parties have their candidates. APC has Adeboyega Oyetola, and PDP Ademola Adeleke, the dancing senator, will be squaring up against each other. But the funny, significant thing was the primary of the PDP, where Senator Adeleke defeated his rival, King Ogumbi, with just, is it 6 or 7 votes? Very interesting. Later on, the program will be joining a stalwart of the APC, Mohammed Lawal, to get his perspectives on the issue of the reconciliation going on within the APC, the struggle for RAPC members by both the APC and the PDP. My colleagues are here with me, Adeboye Aboduri. Thank you so much for joining us.
Amishi, I think the PDP meeting actually started yesterday night with the National Working Committee meeting. They did not allow the media to cover it. And it was followed by the National Caucus. And today, the Board of Trustees will meet. The National Executive Committee will also meet. And the agenda of the table is very clear. It has to do with the 2019 election and the review of the Memorandum of Understanding with 38 other political parties. It is indeed an indication that the electoral battle for 2019 has actually begun in earnest. And there is one disturbing development in the National Assembly, and this has to do with the bill being considered, the amendment of the Nigerian Press Council Decree Bill, and its effects on democracy and politics and freedom of expression in the country. It is so sad that when after after we began to dance, to rejoice that democracy is taking firm root in Nigeria, someone, somewhere, a private member, through a private member's bill in the Senate, is trying to bring back the dark days of the military regime. The military regime came up with a Decree 4, very notorious in the days of General Muhammad Buhari as then head of state. He's now a Democrat. But some lawmakers are trying to reenact that thing. That Decree 4 led to the imprisonment of Tunde Thompson and Nduka Irabo. And then you also remember the one that was promulgated in 1993 by Ibrahim Babangida, the newspaper registration Decree 43 of 1993, all aimed at preventing freedom of expression, curtailing press freedom, and inhibiting the media from performing its role of holding government accountable to the people. And somebody just surfaced and came up with in the same language. I think it is sad in a democratic era that the National Assembly should be considering such kind of law in such a way that the Constitution allowed the media to hold the government accountable to the people. So if you are now coming up with a law that will prevent the media from doing that, from performing that responsibility, I think it's just a clear way of saying that, do we still cherish democracy if lawmakers who are supposed to make law to promote openness, to promote accountability, to promote transparency, are not working towards that end? But what they are working towards is to inhibit freedom of expression in the country. It will be a sad day for Nigeria if that bill is passed into law.
To contradict some provisions of our constitution that has to do with freedom of expression, and the constitution is always superior to acts of the parliament. Anyway, welcome back from Ekiti State, Adebayo Bodore.
Thank you,
your
Amici.
home state.
Well,
very soon you'll be moving over to Osun.
Well, elections are on. From after Osun, we start preparing for the national 2019 general elections.
Uju Ejeye, welcome to Political Platform.
Amici, free press is the conscience of any nation, and where the press is gagged, is strangulated, then that nation is in trouble. We know that the battle that the media fought to entrench democracy in this country. A lot of our colleagues went to jail for that very purpose. It is so sad that some of these people who are trying to promote these anti-press laws do not even understand. They are beneficiaries of this democracy without understanding the battle, the sacrifice that went into entrenching democratic rule in Nigeria. And that is why it may really not be of much importance to them, because they do not even know how they got to where they are. They are beneficiaries who did not labor to get to where they are, but they should bear in mind that they cannot gag the media. The Nigerian media has come of age. The Nigerian media has come a long way. And anybody who tries to do that, it will be at his or her own expense. It is not a threat, but the media cannot be gagged. And the National Assembly should take note of that, because the media also helped it to get to where it is. I remember many times when they have had a crisis with executive, the media has spoken up to say, look, let there be separation of powers. Is it for not fighting for them or not helping them that they would want to do this to the media? And then coming to Osun State, it's amazing that the dancing senator actually was able to pull it through, against Ogundimu, his closest rival. 7 votes apart, but that was a good fight, a very good fight. But of course, we all know where his power comes from, and he's also riding on the goodwill of his 2 older brothers.
But he has to do more than dancing this time around.
Of course, he knows he has to.
It's not all about a dancing contest.
But he's a good dancer.
Shalaja Simi, thank you so much for joining.
Yes, staying with the Ekiti governorship, which is in September, you have also said immediately... Osun rather, sorry. I'm taking us back. Immediately the results came in. I just, in my own comical manner, I just sent a text to a colleague and said, look, expect some new dance steps from the senator Ademola in the next few hours. So beyond the dancing, he has his job cut out for him because his elder brother, the former governor of that state, like Uju mentioned, Isiaka, who is dead now, on whose popularity Demola even rode into the Senate. Trying to get the APC ticket then, he lost it in controversial circumstances, and he jumped ship immediately, and the people of that senatorial district voted overwhelmingly for him. Now, back to our constituency, the media, journalism. Just before stepping into the studios, I was reading a full-page text by the Nigerian Newspaper Proprietary Association of Nigeria, that's the NPAN, the Nigerian Guild of Editors, the Nigerian of Journalists, and what they say is their total condemnation of the contents of that bill. Bayo has mentioned the details and why we think and we know that that bill should never be, and Uju has also emphasized it. But I'm saying clearly here that, fine, it's good that we talk about the attempts by some to muzzle and muscle the media, but we shouldn't allow it be. All stakeholders, like they have done, those three groups, should continue the advocacy. And we who are professional broadcasters and journalists also have a right to continue to say, no, this shouldn't be. It will impinge on, the freedom of expression and what we've enjoyed in democracy. When Bayo mentioned Decree 43, I remember I was, getting high institution then. That particular decree, is it Clement Akpangbo, the Attorney General for
under IBB,
yeah. And they said the man used to churn out decrees like as if he's bringing out food from oven. So, he's late now, but, some of these people...
Yadudu also.
Yes, under Abacha. So some of these things come to mind. I begin to wonder, have we not learned our lessons almost 25 years down the line? Nigerian media and other stakeholders, we fight this and we will ensure that Nigerian media remains free.
Okay, we'll take a break. Then we'll take your mails before we come to our reports and analysis. Please don't get away.
Welcome back from the break. It's the mail segment, and I'm Amaka Okoro.
I'm Usaitin Yari. Welcome.
We'll begin with a mail from Ade Adebayo here in Abuja, and he writes on Nigeria's government newly commissioned airline. The mail reads, "Good morning, Political Platform crew. Just when one wants to celebrate a milestone crossed by this government, there would be a revelation of incompetence, such an incompetence that could command global attention, like what we saw in Quest Means Business on CNN. Nigeria paid $300 million for 5% to start up airline, which doesn't have a website, while Air France paid $286 million for 31% of Richard Branson Virgin Atlantic. As if that is not bad enough, we don't know who owns the remaining 95%.
Away from that, one Madu Ozom in Imo State says, the Nigerian political terrain is getting interesting and intriguing too. The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, as the former governor of Kwara State, was one of the arrowheads that dumped PDP for APC some few years ago, and that massive defection largely contributed to the defeat of the PDP presidential flag bearer, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, in 2015. 2 weeks ago, the same Saraki was seen in Rivers State with Nyesom Wike, the governor, and Governor Ayo Fayoshi of Ekiti State, commissioning some projects, fraternizing with them, and thereby setting so many tongues wagging that Saraki wants to return to PDP. But few hours later, the same Saraki was seen holding serious meetings with the who is who in APC, shaking hands with Mr. President and genuflecting. Just last week, Benue State Governor Samuel Otom lamented that his state chapter of the APC leader, Chief George Akume, gave him a red card from APC and was reported having series of meetings with PDP bigwigs. But in less than 20 hours, the same Samuel Otom, after a meeting with the APC hierarchy, announced to the whole world that talks with APC is still ongoing. How about Mr. Governor? The way earthly things are going, Nigerians may wake up one morning to hear that embattled Senator Dino Melaye singing hallelujah songs for APC and might even be sighted in the same vehicle with Dr. Yahya Bello of Kogi State. Nigeria is a country where everything is politically possible. God bless Nigeria.
And on Ekiti politics, Omeni Davidson from Surulere in Lagos State says, "Good morning, distinguished platform crew. I came across a comment in the media credited to Ekiti Governor-elect Kayode Fayemi that he would probe the incumbent President Fayose on assumption of office. It is appalling and regrettable that here in Nigeria, this kind of unnecessary politicking is being practiced. Mr. Fayemi should bear in mind that he got electoral victory through the mandate of the people of Ekiti and should focus squarely on governance to further improve the lives of the people of Ekiti State instead of engaging in unnecessary bouts with Governor Fayose. Mr. Fayemi should set out priorities and focus on areas he feels Governor Fayose has some lapses and improve on them, because the dear state of Ekiti belongs to the people of Ekiti State and not Governor Fayose or Mr. Fayemi. And this is how far we can go on to this mail segment. Keep sending your contributions to us. Send them through to us to Political Platform at ratepower.fm.
Thank you so much for remaining with us. We are one. Nigeria is one. The politicians doing their thing, but Nigeria should be the priority. We are still promoting Nigeria's unity. Of course, the issue of Nigeria details are not yet out over the percentage, the amount Nigeria is contributing. Listener made reference to the fact that we paid $300 million. We have not yet confirmed. As soon as we do that, we'll be giving you the details. But let's quickly go to the political parties. The struggle for members of the reformed APC, the presidency, the APC, the PDP, all making a push. Of course, it is an interesting struggle for the members of the RAPC among the two parties.
Well, it shows the nature of politics. At the time when the RAPC was announced, it was dismissed. That I remember the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, said dismiss it with a wave of hand, that they will not have effect on the electoral strength of the APC in 2019. But now it's a different song from the party, as they are now frantically trying as much as possible to bring them back.
We have Engineer Mohammed Lawal on the line now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, AIT. Pleasure having me.
Yeah, your party is making a last-minute effort to reconcile with the RAPC. Why are you doing it so late in the day?
Pardon me?
I said your party is trying to reconcile members of the RAPC to prevent them from leaving the main APC. Now, yes, maybe it's never late than never, that principle that is pushing the party to really intensify talks with these people from leaving the party.
Well, if you look at the history of how APC came to be, such disputes and misunderstandings are bound to happen. And if they happen, you have to find a way to reconcile with members of the party. Somebody has a choice. A party is just like, an association of like mind. So if the going is good, they continue nicely. And if there is crack, people tend to go their own way. But you do your best to go about, working together, because in the long run, the more the merrier in politics. It's a question of numbers, and it's a game of numbers.
Well, let's look at it this way. Did the party not foresee this development at the time when the crisis was brewing?
Well, you see, as I told you, anything we are doing, look at the history. Actually, the former NWC, especially the chairman and the national organizing secretary, they did not handle this crisis, that were wearing their head, quite a long time ago within the party. They allowed selfish interest to, override their nationalistic, interest. And at times, they tend to identity actually to have this crisis in many of the states, simply because they are in cahoots with some, stakeholders within the state, and they allow agreed people not to be heard, and some of their complaints not to be addressed properly. And, they are going now, and the emergence of a new leadership in the party, people think they can have, a better hearing. People think they can have a better deal because the chairman is listening, understanding, and is willing and ready to be concerned as much as possible. So, I don't think it will be 100% successful. But since efforts are being made, there will be some positive things that come out of it.
I also recall that even your new chairman sort of dismissed the RAPC too. Is it that the party is not panicking, having seen that the RAPC, in conjunction with other political parties, may really rattle the APC?
I repeat that question because the echo in the studio is not allowing me to hear.
Okay, I said I recall that your new chairman also dismissed the RAPC at the initial stage. So why is the party panicking now? Is it because you have seen that the RAPC, in conjunction with other political parties, may really rattle the APC?
Look, that is his own opinion by dismissing. He does everything. And you see, a voice of reason may prevail on him to probably give a chance to those members. But look, we in the APC have a better experience and they can have a lot of story to tell anybody in this country about coalition and merger. Look, APC was a coalition of 3, 4, 5 parties and some major stakeholders. What they are trying to form now is a coalition of about 40 parties. Nigerians are wise. We know where we want to go. And we know we can see what may be the outcome of what they are trying to craft. So, as I said earlier, the chairman has his own opinion. He is a veteran politician. He was a governor for 8 years. He is a veteran level leader. So he must have, judge what he saw initially in a particular way. But people sit down and say, look, we are together with these people. Let's sit down and talk to them and find out what are their grievances. How can we accommodate them so that we go together? So that is what is happening. And
just in 30 seconds, can we now take it that you are renegotiating the marriage of the various political platforms that team up together to form APC?
Again, are we negotiating?
Are you renegotiating your marriage that was consummated a few years back?
Negotiating a mandate? What?
No, your marriage, the marriage of the various political parties that came together to form APC.
The mandate of
the marriage.
No, what he's saying is
the marriage. You are talking about the marriage.
Yes, those parties that came together to merge into APC, still maintaining their different positions. He wants you to quickly tell us whether you're going back to also cement and amend your relationships.
Are all the parties that came to form APC are now leaving APC? So if all the parties are not leaving, how can you say we are renegotiating the marriage? So we are just talking about, but you see, some of these people are aggrieved on individual basis, not even on corporate basis. Most of them have their individual idiosyncrasies. So they come together, and most of the time when they come to the table, everybody will bring his own individual. No, I want to return my ticket. I want to go back as the Senate President. I want to go back as... So, at times it's, individualistic. It's not even corporate-wide. But, they need a platform in order to be heard. And that is the reason why they are coming together to say that they want to... But it's not like all the parties, the associations that came into it.
Okay, well, we'll have to thank you so much, Engineer Mohammed Lawa, for your time.
Thank you.
Amici, it's a good thing that the APC has come to realize that even one person can make a difference in the political
just
party.
As we
saw, advised on this program several times that they should do it before the convention. Now they are beginning to run helter-skelter. And they really have to work hard at this time, and they may need to come up with another strategy to overcome this hurdle.
Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. By that time, the meetings of the big organs, the main organs of the PDP would have been over, and we'll give you the outcome and other issues that will be breaking out in the politics. Thank you so much for joining us today. On behalf of my colleagues, my name is Ait. We have a nice time. Busted.